Do you think you breathe on your own? No. Your brain is copying the breathing patterns of anxious, stressed, and defeated people around you. That's how mirror neurons silently sabotage your life. But there's a key forgotten by conventional science: quantum mirroring. With it, you don't just breathe. You literally download the frequency of the most powerful version of yourself. Today, you'll discover how to turn the game around. This is the invisible problem. You believe your anxiety comes from within, but in reality, you're just echoing the collective breath. Your body has become a radio tuned to the frequency of urgency, fear, and scarcity. And each shallow breath reinforces the energetic field of stagnation. Now imagine the impact this has on your subconscious mind. Every cell in your body records these breathing patterns as survival commands. It's as if you're collapsing repetitive realities, always into timelines where abundance feels distant and trust seems impossible. But what almost no one realizes is that breathing is the first program you can rewrite, because it's the bridge between conscious and unconscious, between the visible and the invisible. By changing the way you breathe, you change the vibration you send to the quantum field. This is where spirituality and science meet. Studies show that deep breathing regulates the nervous system, lowering cortisol and boosting serotonin. Spiritual. Masters have always taught that breath is life, and who controls the breath controls the spirit. Two languages for the same key dot. Now notice how you feel around tense people. Your body automatically speeds up, as if it needs to match their pace. But when you're near someone serene, your breathing softens. This is no coincidence. It's the law of mirroring in action. What most people lack is the knowledge that they don't have to mirror only their external environment. You can choose to mirror a higher timeline. You can breathe now as your future self breathes. That is the fastest identity shift there is. Until you realize this, you live as a hostage to others' patterns. It's as if your lungs have been programmed to replay the old song of anxiety. And the more that melody plays, the harder it feels. To tune into the vibrational frequency of abundance, the question is, do you want to keep copying the breath of the crowd, or download the code directly from your most elevated version? Because each inhalation is a vibrational download, and each exhalation is an upload to the universe. You are always communicating, even if you don't know it. Now breathe deeply with me. Feel the air entering slowly, filling every space as if it were a golden code from the energy field. As you exhale, imagine releasing the weight of your old identity. This simple act is quantum manifestation happening in real time. Notice, there is no effort, only choice. You decide which mirror to reflect from. It can be the mirror of collective anxiety or the mirror of your future self-serenity. That decision defines which timeline you'll live in. And the most beautiful part, your breath isn't just yours. It creates waves that touch everyone around you. When you breathe consciously, you become an antenna transmitting confidence and clarity. You shift the energy of an entire room without saying a word. This is the power of quantum mirroring, a simple, often forgotten technique capable of reprogramming your subconscious mind in minutes. Everything begins with the breath, but it expands to your entire life. And remember, if you've been breathing in scarcity until now, there is no guilt, only forgetfulness. Today, you're being reminded that you can choose, that you can collapse a new reality with the simple act of inhaling. If this message resonated with you, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and share it with someone you love. Every time you do, you strengthen our vibrational community and help others awaken to the hidden power even in breathing. Have you noticed how yawns are contagious? This is the simplest example of how mirror neurons operate. Your brain automatically imitates what it sees. And it's not just gestures, it mirrors emotions, posture, and even internal rhythms. That's why being around anxious people can make you anxious too. This mechanism stems from survival. The body learned to copy the group to stay safe. But what once served you has now become a trap. Because, without realizing it, you're running a collective program of stress and repetition, and this goes beyond biology. The quantum field amplifies the process. Every collective emotion creates a kind of vibrational cloud that envelops everyone. If you're not aware, you end up collapsing realities that aren't even yours, just inherited through unconscious mirroring. But here's the shift. You no longer need to be a victim of that. The same mechanism that mirrors the environment can also mirror higher states. You can mirror your future self, that version of you already living in abundance, confidence, and peace. Imagine what it would be like to breathe in the rhythm of someone who has already achieved their dreams. Their breath would be deeper, their body more relaxed, their heart more trusting. If you breathe like that now, you're already aligning with that vibrational frequency. Science calls this neuroplasticity. New breathing and emotional patterns create new neural connections. Spirituality calls it a timeline jump. You access the line where your identity is already transformed. Just different names for the same miracle. Now pause. Inhale deeply and hold for 3 seconds. As you hold, imagine yourself receiving the confidence of your future self. As you exhale, feel as though you're releasing the last fragments of your old identity. This simple exercise is the key to internal reprogramming. Can you feel how your body is already changing? Your heart slows, your mind expands, clarity emerges. This happens because breathing differently tells your brain the danger is over. The body then opens to new possibilities, and if you repeat this process, you'll soon notice your outer reality responding. People will start to sense your calmer presence. Situations will begin to reorganize in your favor. This isn't coincidence, it's the energy field. Reflect in your new vibration. This is the invitation. Use quantum mirroring consciously. Instead of copying the noise of the world, you mirror the silence of your essence. Instead of reproducing the collective rush, you embody the confidence of your future self. And the more you do this, the more natural it becomes. Until one day, you realize you're no longer someone trying to breathe differently. You are the one who breathes as a sovereign being, free from invisible chains. That's the beauty. Reality shifts begin with something as simple as breath. And if you control that, you control your vibration. If you control your vibration, you control your timeline. And if you control your timeline, you control your life. In the next part, we'll go deeper into how this quantum mirroring isn't just personal, but collective. Because every conscious breath you take becomes a seed in humanity's vibrational garden. Mirror neurons were discovered in the 1990s, when scientists noticed that a monkey's brain activated the same areas when watching someone grab a piece of fruit as when grabbing the fruit itself. This was the first proof that we don't just observe, we copy. What we see shapes us. But what traditional science still hasn't understood is that this process goes beyond the brain. It also happens in the energetic field. Quantum physics has already shown that particles align when they enter into resonance. Likewise, our bodies align with the vibrational frequency of those we choose to mirror. And here's the most powerful detail. You can consciously choose who you will mirror. You can let your environment program your breathing, or you can align with the rhythm of your future self. That's the difference between being a hostage of the subconscious mind or reprogramming it intentionally. Spirituality has always spoken of this. The ancient yogis called breath prana, the vital energy that connects body and spirit. Christian mystics called it the divine breath. Today, we call it vibrational frequency. But they're all speaking about the same bridge between worlds. You breathe at the right frequency. You don't just oxygenate cells. You send a message to the energetic field that you are already living your desired reality. That coherence causes the universe to reorganize probabilities, collapsing realities that match your inner state. It's like tuning a radio. The device may have hundreds of frequencies, but you only hear the one you choose. Breath is that secret. Dial, by changing the rhythm, you change the station. You can let the old identity play, or choose the gentle melody of your future self. Think about how this already happens in everyday life. When you're anxious, you breathe quickly and attract more stress. When you're confident, you breathe deeply and life seems to flow. That's not just a feeling, it's quantum manifestation. The body is your first laboratory. It shows you, in real time, whether you're collapsing the reality of fear or the reality of trust. Each inhale is a vibrational vote. Each exhale is a command sent to the universe. Now, close your eyes for a moment. Breathe in slowly and imagine you're drawing in the energy of abundance. Exhale gently, releasing every fragment of scarcity. Repeat this 3 times. This isn't imagination, it's subconscious programming. Feel how calm begins to spread. This is neuroscience in action. By slowing your breath, you activate the vagus nerve, reducing the fight or flight response. At the same time, it's spirituality in practice. You create space for your energy field to expand. When you combine these 2 bodies of knowledge, science and spirit, you see there is no separation. Biology describes the visible mechanisms. Spirituality describes the invisible meaning. Together, they show you that the key lies in every breath. And what happens when you maintain this practice? Your subconscious mind starts to accept the new pattern. The body adjusts to the elevated vibration. The energy field stabilizes in abundance. Timeline jumping stops being a concept and becomes an experience. This is the moment when your identity begins to shift. You're no longer someone trying to breathe differently. You're someone who already breathes as a sovereign being. You stop waiting to feel transformed and instead feel transformed so the universe can confirm it. And remember, it all starts with this invisible detail, air. It's so simple many ignore it, but so powerful it can reprogram destinies. Quantum mirroring starts with breath, but expands to every choice, every emotion, every action. Now, I want you to close your eyes and bring your attention to your body. Inhale deeply through your nose, hold for 3 seconds, and exhale through your mouth. Repeat this 3 times until your mind begins to quiet. You're opening the door to the energetic field. Imagine that, standing before you, is the brightest version of yourself, your future self. Observe how they move, how they smile, how they breathe. Notice their chest expands without hurry. Their breath is deep and full of confidence. This is the rhythm you came to copy. Now synchronize with them. Inhale when they inhale, exhale when they exhale. Feel your body come into resonance with this frequency. It's as if your lungs were a golden mirror, reflecting the serenity of the timeline where everything is already worked out. As you breathe this way, notice how your cells respond. Maybe you feel warmth, lightness, tingling. These signs are your body confirming that the internal programming is being rewritten. You are becoming the identity that already exists in potential. Remain in this state and add emotion. Imagine the gratitude of already living this reality. In coherence, the heart emits electromagnetic waves that touch everything around you. Your elevated vibration begins to reorganize the field, naturally attracting abundance. Now, smile. Not because the circumstances changed, but because you did. The subconscious mind records this gesture as proof that the new identity is real. And the more you repeat it, the more solid the timeline jump becomes. This is the secret of quantum mirroring. You're not pretending to be someone. You're copying yourself from a version that already exists. It's not illusion, it's alignment. You're simply connecting to what's already available. And the most beautiful part, this practice isn't limited to you. When you breathe differently, others around you begin to breathe differently. The energy field is contagious. You become an antenna of serenity amid chaos. Repeat silently. I choose to breathe like my future self. This phrase is a quantum code, a direct command to the subconscious. As you repeat it, you seal the mirroring dot. Now return slowly, but stay in this state. Notice that something in you is no longer the same. The vibration has changed. The frequency has risen. The mirror has shifted. This exercise is simple, but when practiced daily, it creates a new identity pattern. Soon, you won't just be breathing differently. You'll be living differently. And to make this process solid, there's a complementary practice. Journaling your vibrational states, emotions, and insights every day. That record is the bridge between experience and lasting transformation. That's exactly what I'll talk about next, with a special gift for your journey, the Quantum Journal Bundle. What you just experienced is powerful, but it needs consistency to become permanent. That's where daily journaling comes in, combining awareness, emotion, and practice. By writing, you anchor the invisible into the visible, turning vibration into reality. That's why we created the Quantum Journal Bundle, a 33-day practical journey with breathing exercises, guided reflections, and space to record your experiences. It works like a physical mirror that returns to you every day the frequency of your future self. Each page is an invitation to align your breath, reprogram your subconscious mind, and structure an energetic routine. It's not theory, it's practice. You'll feel in your body how your vibrational frequency gradually rises. And here's the detail. When you write, you activate your brain in two different areas, creative and logical. This creates deep connections and strengthens neuroplasticity. Spirituality has always called this bearing witness, but science shows this is how we consolidate new patterns. Imagine yourself 33 days from now, breathing differently, thinking differently, living differently. The journal will be the living proof of your identity shift. And not only that, it will also be the map to never forget the path of your timeline. Writing holds a secret power that few use. It's not just recording, it's creation. When you describe your future reality on paper, your subconscious accepts it as instruction. You're literally programming your life software. And realize, every word written vibrates. It's like a beam of light crossing the energy field. The more you write with emotion, the stronger the wave you send to the universe. This turns a simple notebook into a quantum portal. Now imagine waking up in the morning, opening your quantum journal, and writing your first breath of the day as if signing a vibrational contract. This isn't a common routine. This is energetic alignment. It's you collapsing reality at sunrise. And before bed, repeat the process. Record gratitude, observe small synchronicities, reaffirm your future identity. The brain records everything intensely because the last thought of the day is always the most powerful. It keeps echoing in the subconscious during sleep. That's why so many masters recommended prayers or affirmations before sleep. Today, we know it's neural programming. By combining writing, breathing, and emotion, you create an unshakable tripod of transformation. Now close your eyes and imagine yourself holding that journal. See your hands writing. Feel the pen gliding. Visualize the words coming to life, as if golden codes were rising off the paper and entering your energy field. The future begins to materialize from this simple image, because the brain doesn't distinguish between imagining and living when the emotion is intense. And by imagining yourself writing, you're already sending the command to begin. That's the power of ritualizing the ordinary. A gesture as simple as opening a notebook becomes a sacred act. You stop living on autopilot and start living as the guardian of your energy field. And the more you practice, the faster you notice expansion. Small changes appear. More calm, more clarity, more synchronicities. Until, without realizing it, you've already lived a timeline jump. But the quantum journal isn't just for you. It also becomes a gift to the collective. Because as you vibrate higher, you naturally influence those around you. The journal becomes a silent antenna radiating your new state. And see how this is different from any scattered technique. It's not just meditating one day and forgetting the next. It's building a structure, a 33-day path, so the new pattern becomes permanent. The subconscious mind learns through repetition. Daily writing is the reminder that keeps you in the right frequency. It's like a metronome for a musician, ensuring you don't lose the rhythm of your future self. And look, it's not about writing beautifully or correctly. It's about writing with meaning. Every word is energy in motion. Every sentence is a vibrational decree. Every page is a timeline being chosen. Now, ask yourself, what reality do I want to record tomorrow? What frequency do I want to sign today? These questions aren't just reflections. They're keys that open portals. Imagine opening your journal in the future and reading pages that today seem like mere dreams, but that will have already come true. The shock of recognition will be the greatest proof that quantum mirroring works. And it's not just about manifesting things. It's about manifesting who you become. The journal is less about results and more about identity. Because when identity changes, everything changes naturally. Each line written is a step toward your new identity. Each recorded breath is a conscious vote for abundance. Each noted reflection is proof to the mind that change has already occurred. And notice, this isn't hard work, it's pleasure. It's reconnection. It's a daily gift of remembering who you really are. The Quantum Journal Bundle is more than just material. It's a vibrational companion. Now bring your attention back to the body. Take a deep breath and imagine each cell being recorded in an invisible journal. As you exhale, feel that the universe is signing this vibrational pact with you. This is the power of journaling, not just to store memories, but to create destinies. The journal is not a reflection of the past, it's a portal to the future. And you are already ready. Because if you've made it this far, you've already tasted transformation. The Quantum Journal is just a tool to sustain and expand what has begun. So if you feel the calling, click the link in the description and begin your 33-day journey today. Each page will be a step on the path of abundance. Each recorded breath will be a timeline jump. And remember, the journal doesn't create anything on its own. You are the creator, but it is the mirror that reflects your best version every day. It is the ritual that ensures you don't get lost in the external noise. Month from now, you'll thank yourself for starting. And you'll realize that each word written was in truth a brick in the construction of your new reality. Because the secret was never outside. It was always in your breath, in your focus, in your intention. The journal simply organizes, sustains, and amplifies it. Now take a deep breath. Inhale the future. Exhale the past. And feel ready to write the most important story of your life. The story of your own transformation. Now that you've already experienced the practice, it's time to reveal the complete method. It's not just about breathing differently. It's about living differently. It's about using quantum mirroring as a key to reprogram the subconscious mind, elevate your vibrational frequency, and collapse realities aligned with your future self. The method is simple, but it requires presence. First, you choose the mirror. Instead of copying the collective anxiety, you choose to reflect the serenity of your highest version. Second, you anchor this state in the body through breathing. Third, you sustain that frequency until it becomes identity. Think of it like learning to play an instrument. At first, every note takes effort. But with repetition, the music begins to flow naturally. The same is true with your new identity. The more you practice quantum mirroring, the more spontaneous it becomes. Science explains this process as neuroplasticity. New neural connections strengthen each time you choose to breathe, think, and feel like your future self. Spirituality calls it a timeline jump. Two names for the same vibrational shift. Now here's the beauty. This method doesn't require perfection, only consistency. It's not about never feeling fear, but about returning whenever you fall to the right mirror. Each return strengthens the new internal programming, as if you're polishing the crystal until it fully shines. And notice how the body responds. The heart enters coherence, the mind slows down, energy flows. This state isn't just a pleasant feeling, it's a sign that your energy field is aligned and ready to attract abundance. The secret lies in the repeated choice. Every time you breathe consciously, you send the universe the message, I choose this timeline. And the universe, as a quantum mirror, responds with situations, encounters, and synchronicities that confirm your decision. That's the power of quantum mirroring. You don't create alone. You connect with the version of yourself that already exists in potential. You download its frequency, like installing advanced software into your body here and now. And the more you practice, the more you feel the difference. Small miracles begin to appear in daily life. Opportunities that seemed distant arise naturally. People notice something different in your presence. All of this reflects your new vibrational identity. But there's one crucial point, the method. Only truly works when you let go of control. Because if you try to force it, you activate anxiety again. The secret is to trust. Breathe in as one who has already received. Breathe out as one who has already let go. This is the dance of the universe. Now, close your eyes and breathe deeply 3 times. As you inhale, say mentally, I download the frequency of my future self. As you exhale, say, I release the old identity. Feel each cell beginning to vibrate differently. This is the method, simple and profound. Choose, breathe, sustain, release. A cycle as natural as life's own rhythm. But when done consciously, it becomes the code of quantum manifestation. And here's the final truth. You're not just learning a technique, you're assuming a new identity. One that already breathes abundance, already vibrates confidence, already manifests with ease. This is the beginning of your vibrational sovereignty. And in the next step, you'll realize that you're not doing this just for yourself, but for the whole. Because each breath you take becomes a wave that touches all of humanity. Maybe you haven't noticed yet, but every time you breathe consciously, you don't just change your life, you also change the collective field. The human heart emits an electromagnetic field that extends meters beyond the body. And when in coherence, it influences those around you. This means your breath, aligned with your future self, isn't just yours. It's like a beacon that guides other souls. Even without words, you transmit serenity, confidence, and clarity. You become living proof that reality can change. And think of something bigger. When thousands begin to practice this, an invisible network forms. A network of awakened consciousnesses vibrating in sync. This network has the power to shift not only individual destinies, but the collective timeline of humanity. It's as if each breath were a drop falling into a lake. Alone, it seems small, but together, they form waves that merge, grow, and become a tide capable of transforming the entire ocean. This is the call. To live as a conscious observer, not just for yourself, but as a contribution to global awakening. Your breath becomes a silent prayer. Your vibrational frequency becomes a service to the world. You don't need to convince anyone or prove anything. Just be. Just breathe as one who already lives in abundance. Just inhale confidence and exhale love. That alone is enough to awaken hearts around you. And here's the most beautiful secret. When you help elevate the collective vibration, your own reality becomes even stronger, because everything is interconnected. What you give to the field comes back multiplied. So see, your practice is not small. It's part of a silent revolution. A revolution of consciousness, where each awakened being is a mirror to others. And you are already a part of it. Now, Close your eyes and imagine thousands of people breathing with you right now, all downloading the frequency of their future selves, all radiating light to the planet. Feel connected to this cosmic network. Now, place your hand on your chest and say to yourself, I am the mirror of my future self and part of the collective awakening. Let that phrase echo like a vibrational code that seals your identity in the field. You didn't come this far by accident, you were called. And that call asks only one thing: do not abandon yourself. Keep choosing the right mirror with each breath, each day dot. And if this message touched your heart, write the word observer in the comments. Not just as engagement, but as a sacred ritual of commitment, a public declaration that you choose to live as a conscious mirror from now on. Subscribe to the channel, activate notifications, and share this video with those you love. Because each of these gestures is not just support, it's a contribution to the expansion of this vibrational network that is transforming humanity's destiny. Now take a deep breath. Inhale abundance, exhale love. Feel yourself as part of something greater. The mirror has been activated. The calling has been made. You're not just breathing. You're downloading your future self's frequency. You're not just living. You're inspiring humanity to live too.